Cities nearly 1,200 miles apart, connected as the Derek Chauvin trial grips the nation. Jurors now deliberating the fate of the former police officer accused of killing Houston native George Floyd. Good evening, I'm Dominique Saxa here at the KPRC2 studios.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Gutierrez on assignment here in downtown Minneapolis tonight. The jury is now 2 hours into their deliberations in the trial of Derek Chauvin, of course, charged with murder for George Floyd, a Houston native, a Jack Yates High School graduate there back in Houston. You can probably see and hear the crowd here behind me. A large group of demonstrators have now converged here on the corner of South 7th Street and South 4th Street. That is right in front of the courthouse. Take a look, a courthouse that has been fortified with two different chain link fences. There's razor wire on top of one of those fences. It just helps remind, I think, the community and of the seriousness and what is going on inside that courtroom, again, as the juries continue to deliberate their verdict right now. I also want to show you this. It gives you a better perspective of what the downtown area looks like right now. Take a look. Everywhere we drove today, most, if not many, of the buildings here in the downtown area have been boarded up. Remember, you have to keep in mind what happened in this community back in May of last year when I first came back to this region, and there was so much unrest and there was looting and there was property damage after the death of George Floyd. So that's your backdrop tonight. Again, as the jury continues to deliberate. Today in court was a lengthy day of closing arguments. Our live team coverage continues now with my colleague Brandon Walker live here in Minneapolis tonight with a closer look at that and a reaction. Brandon, good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Chris. Some 7 hours closing arguments went on. Judge Cahill telling jurors at the end of it today that they'll have to rely on their notes, including the notes they took today following that marathon session.
He did what he did on purpose, and it killed George Floyd.
Calling Derek Chauvin's actions an abuse of power, an assault and betrayal of his badge. Prosecutors tell the jury you don't need to look much further than the images from that day, including the video of George Floyd's dying moments to understand this case.
You can see this with your own eyes. You could see what happened, that he couldn't breathe. He said he couldn't breathe.
These are the actions of a reasonable police officer.
Defense attorney Eric Nelson argued what happened before Floyd was pinned to the ground explains why he was pinned. Resisting arrest, he argued. That, coupled with the growing crowd, made Chauvin's actions within the understanding of reasonable force.
9 minutes, 29 seconds. It's not the proper analysis, because the 9 minutes and 29 seconds ignores the previous 16 minutes and 59 seconds.
But we believe at a reflection point.
Yet the Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson, George Floyd's family say the truth is in the video. 9 minutes, 29 seconds. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee says that's the point here. Everything else is the defense's attempt at raising reasonable doubt.
I don't think any police officer or reasonable person would view sitting on the neck of a human being after he has expired or making no effort for a duty of care to intervene would view that as reasonable behavior.
Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee speaking following a prayer vigil held out here in front of court during a lunch break. So those three charges, second and third degree murder, also second degree manslaughter, jurors will have to take into account. That's what they're looking over, Chris, as they begin their deliberations here tonight.
Hey, Brandon, you hit on this, and I think we should elaborate, because usually closing arguments are a condensed, a consolidated version of the facts, almost a Cliff Notes version of the trial, if you will. But we didn't see that today. We saw a lot of videos, and we saw a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, we did see that. And so this was essentially an opportunity to remind jurors from opposite ends of the spectrum, right? If you're the prosecution, what the case is for them. If you're the defense, what their case is. And they took their time to do that. So the prosecution was first. They went on for, what, an hour and 42 minutes or so. Then the defense took over. They went some 3 hours. The judge actually interrupted the defense attorney to send jurors to lunch for 30 minutes. He seemed a little annoyed when he did that, as a matter of fact. They came back and they finished, and then the prosecution had the opportunity to rebut here. Again, there's so many witnesses, 45 witnesses, 38 for the prosecution, 7 for the defense. There was a lot that they wanted to remind jurors about on each side here as they begin the process of deciding Derek Chauvin's fate.
Brandon Walker live here in Minneapolis tonight. Thank you for that context and perspective. 45 witnesses, Dominique, over a nearly 3.5-week time period. And now we wait. That's where we stand tonight. Now we wait. 7 women, 5 men make up that 12-member jury. And as we wait for that verdict, Brandon and I will be here to wait along with them. We'll send it back to you guys in Houston.
All right, Chris, we appreciate yours and Brandon's reporting tonight. Our coverage extends to our website as we wait for the verdict. You can get a recap of today's closing arguments on our homepage, click2houston.com.